What?
Entire ecosystems are collapsing.
Folks, we're live. And we're live on another place as well. I don't know how hardcore YouTube goes on slamming down people who use that other thing, so I won't mention it. But our PulseWavers know because we sent out the link. We're on a new platform, streaming on YouTube, streaming on another platform as well. So thanks, folks, for joining us today. If you are on that other platform, please, do whatever they do over there. I think they redo it or something. I don't know. Anyway, we're glad you're all here. It's time for our Thursday crypto update, to be followed immediately after by our live training and ETH trade update. And what's this for? This is for those people who have taken the important step in their lives that every person needs to come to at some point. They've decided to become a PulseWaver. Oh, my phone is live with what I said 5 minutes ago. Sorry about that. So every person at some point in their life needs to take that step and decide, am I a PulseWaver or not? Today may be that day for you, my friends. And if you are a PulseWaver at any of these affordable levels, you get access to wonderful reports. For example, our PulseWaver Paradise membership, you get access to ETHUSD, which you can trade in a million places, to XRP USDT, to the Euro dollar. But if you upgrade from there, you can get access to literally thousands of reports, price trigger reports, U.S. equities, futures, indexes, foreign equities, you name it. And the point is not that you're going to trade 1,000 things, folks. It's that you can trade whatever you want with our pro membership. It's very rare that we can't accommodate a trade request, if not immediately in the short term. So any of these memberships will suit you if you're interested in getting started. Here's the thing. This training we do this twice a week. We've been doing them like clockwork. And Dex is showing people exactly what he's doing with his ETH trade in particular. Now, if you're a pro member, you get to see everything Dex does with everything he trades, because every evening he posts his trade journal where he lets you sit in and he speaks his mind about what he's doing, shares his screen, shows you how he uses his own PulseWave price trigger reports using his custom watch list report, which only pro members and up get. So if you're interested in that, this is a great way to taste it. You get a taste of it with our ETH trade updates, which is happening right after this. And all of our members, starting with the PulseWave Paradise at $11 a month, get access to that twice a week. So we would love it if you join us. Let's see. Am I logged in here? No, I'm not. No, I am. You go to the dashboard. You click on this guy, bald guy and the alien on the spaceship, and this is what we're doing. This is at 11 today. So that's in just a few minutes, and we'd love to have you with us. But Dex,
yo,
the world is melting down out there, my dude.
Isn't that like a daily occurrence now?
I know. Yeah, it's like when was it not? When was our last time on together when it wasn't like, hey, things are getting pretty serious out there? But it is an interesting thing. I know you've already been on for a while this morning, but for those who are just joining us now for the first time today, can you give us sort of a synopsis of your take on what's happening in the markets right now?
Yeah, the markets are behaving like frightened children, and that's for many reasons. So yeah, it's a scary world out there, and people are trying to digest things, and they're not doing a very good job of it. I think panic is in the air. Even as we speak, our Bitcoin trade is up 2.57%, and our Ethereum trade is up 11.33%.
Oh, wow. That's insane.
Yeah, that's because the overnight markets were insane. And now the market's trying to frighten people into thinking that it's the bottom. But if it is the bottom, it's not the bottom, because this would be one of the most massive bearish pointers I think I have seen in a long time. So even if it did reverse today, it's coming right back around. It is what it is.
Hey, Will's out there. Hey, Will, how's it going, buddy?
What up, Will?
I really should just send him links before we go live, because he lives a life like us. It's not like he's not doing this stuff.
Exactly. You might as well.
It's not for a lack of love. I just don't think to. I got to start sending him the link because he always
He
says,
said Luna is the Lehman of the crypto world. Yes, it is
"Oh,
right now. Yes,
do
it
you think
is.
so, man."
Yeah, look, I read the articles about Tether and Luma,
Yeah.
and the reason behind it, and it's excuse me, it's corruption. Everything the government and institutions touch, they break, and then after they break it, they find a way to control it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, all of these stable coins are so that we can play nice with the fraudulent Fed system. And
Exactly.
if we break free from that, then Bitcoin will really be worth something.
Yep.
But, who knows? Yeah, very very interesting. It's funny because we've talked about this quite a lot about the potential of what will happen with Tether if all goes down. Rebel Capitalist has a great channel on YouTube, and he did a real deep dive on what's actually backing Tether, and he was talking about scenarios of how it could just go nuts if everything else does. So it'll be interesting to see, how things unfold, because it's unfolding right now. It does feel like something new is unfolding, as you've been saying, as I've been saying.
It's called the global algo shift.
Yeah, geez. I mean, it's right. It's right there. Global algo shift. It has remained true. By the way, do you like how how I like to for no reason other than because I love it. I always use a lot of nature backgrounds. So today I was like, oh, I'll get something in fire, and I was like, a nature background that's on fire. It's perfect for
Yeah, it is perfect. But you know why else is perfect?
What?
Because that right there reminds me of Missing 411. So that's perfect.
Yeah, dude, I was just watching one of those videos this morning. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, Missing 411 is off the chain, man.
Yeah, very interesting stuff. All right, so this is our silver chart. I'll bring up. Do you want to look at? Let's look at Bitcoin. I think that's the one you wanted to look at first.
It doesn't matter.
Daily chart on Bitcoin.
Yeah, you see the market is retracing right now. What happens is after the 9:30 a.m. open in New York, the overnight markets like to try to retrace some of whatever the highs were if it's going to be a down day, and that's what's happening now. Now, some people are probably panicking and thinking on liquidating because they're, oh no, the bottom's in. No, even if this bar you have up now turns green on the close today, all it's done is provide you a massive bearish pointer.
Yeah.
From which the market's going to come down and crash right through it. So, yeah, there's a lot of panic starting to set in these markets. They're hitting low points that people never thought would be possible. And I'm here to tell you it's very possible. Very possible. Not just possible, but very possible.
Would you almost say likely? Here's ETH.
Yeah, Ethereum is looking pretty much the same way right now. It's the selling pressure, and we're putting these new legs down. I warned everyone that that this could happen, and I think it's going to go a lot lower. The bottoming out process does not even begin to start. Every update that you get is just a setup for the bears to come in and do more shorting. And I think it's going to be a wash, rinse, repeat until that pattern is done. And then once it's done, though, that's when we back up the truck, because then it's going to get time to it's going to get real, and we'll be able to catch these markets, because these low points you're never going to see again in your lifetime.
Right.
So these are lows that you'll be telling your kids about. I remember when Ethereum, you could buy Ethereum for $1,000.
Well, I remember buying Ethereum for $7. So
I know, right?
Yeah, love to see those days. By the way, folks, I was just saying to Dex, we're on Twitter, and we've used our Twitter just a little, not a ton. And but with Twitter, at least trending toward I know our pulse waivers will go nuts because they're not convinced in the Elon, but
wow.
Let's say things get better, as they have already been improving for people on Twitter. We're going to be using it more, and of course we live stream right on Twitter. I mean, that's this show right now. So follow us on Twitter. It's twitter.com/PulseWaveTrades. So we're at PulseWaveTrades on Twitter. I'll put that in the comments here. And if you are watching on that wonderful alternative site that I talked about earlier, I posted it there in the comments. Let us know. Say hi if you're over there, and re-rumble us or whatever you're supposed to do. Let's do it. All right. So before we go, Dex, I do want to ask you, if you don't mind, we're going live at 11 a.m. Eastern. This is for our members only. Go to pulsewavetrading.com. Get yourself at least a PulseWave Paradise membership. And we're going to be going live in the Google Meet soon. So we'd love to see you there, and come with your questions. Those have been really fun. We're getting to know the PulseWavers better as well, because we're able to talk to you, and it's cool. People are coming in and saying, hey, I'm doing this thing, man. It's working. That's really exciting for us. So
yes, it is.
We'd love to have you. But Dex, before we go, looking at metals, here's a gold chart. This is the gold futures. Any particular thoughts on this before we head into the private stuff with our members?
Yeah, I think we're going to probably head toward the low 1700 handle. So yeah, I think a drop below 1750 is probably in the making. But you do have that bullish pointer right there that could mark a retracement point, meaning that when the market does retrace, it'll get there. And then the second bullish pointer, which is the major one, is that high right there.
Mm-hmm.
That green bar right there at the top.
Up there.
That's it. Yep, that bullish pointer is a major bullish pointer. Mm-hmm. So I think that's that the market will eventually take off like a rocket, but not before it wipes everybody out on the downside. So we're going to probably fall about another $100 or so in gold before this thing turns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I pulled silver up. Can you, man, I as soon as I opened my mouth, I'm like, I don't know how to ask this question, and I got all nervous. But my question is this. So we know metals, everything is being manipulated, and the assumption in our world in different ways and with different configurations is that at some point the metals and cryptos are going to take off when the illusion of the dollar is lifted. So my question to you, in the past, there have been times when there have been major inflationary events and you could use gold and silver to amass incredible wealth because their value relative to the currency went way, way up.
Right.
It seems to me the way a bunch of silver bugs talk about silver, about gold, is that the next time that happens, it's sort of a permanent thing. That you're essentially never going to sell your silver. It's just going to become the financial asset that underwrites the rest of your life.
Yes.
Happens. So are we on the edge of that event?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Once the supports have been finalized, that's when you're going to see the metals and the crypto markets take off like a rocket ship. But most people are going to be left in the dust. They're not going to be able to catch it.
Right.
Because you have to be in the market in order to profit from the market. And because most people don't know how to go about doing just that, unfortunately, they're going to miss the boat. A lot of people will play the chase game, where they'll be chasing the market only to get themselves demolished in the process. But yeah, that day will come, and PulseWavers will be the first to know when that day comes, because it won't be an announcement. It won't be some type of news event. It will be the market itself. The market is the leading indicator of all news reports, because everything that can be known or that is known is already factored into the price.
Excellent.
Yep.
All right. It's great answers. Some great answers in the comments too, from Will and Head Magister Wartune. All right, folks, that's it for us today. We're gonna head straight. Well, not straight. We'll be there in about 7 minutes in our live with our members, folks. It really just takes a couple of minutes to sign up for PulseWave Trading, and you could be in there. A couple minutes is if you're like challenged with technology. It's pretty
exactly. Do yourself a favor. Take the 14-day challenge. I double dare you. We're offering that 14-day challenge on our pro reports. Absolutely. Go ahead and take the challenge and see if your life does not change for the better during that 14-day period. Prove it to yourself. Defy me. Say, I don't believe you. Try it anyway and see what happens. See who's right, me or you.
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing people. I'm seeing people are not canceling their 14-day trial.
No, they're not.
They're not downgrading.
No, they're not.
with the pro membership. So yeah, definitely something you want to try out, folks. But you know what? Other people, they get terrified. They don't want to spend that money by accident. They'd rather just slide in an $11. You'll be upgrading. We'd love to have you.
You will be upgrading, because here's the thing. Unless you don't like money, and there are some people who don't like money. They don't want to make any money. They don't want to build a income stream for themselves. They don't want to do something that's too simple. They like things that are complex.
Yep.
And because the pulse waves are just so simple, it's hard for them to wrap their head around it. And they get to the point where they do nothing. And then when things happen around them, when their friends and their family members say, hey, you know, PulseWave trading, I went ahead and I did that, and my goodness, it's been amazing. Then they'll come in and they want to sign up. And, you know, nothing wrong with that. But the problem with that, though, is you've missed a majority of the moves. And so now you find yourself playing catch up, trying to catch up to everyone who's already been in the market and got in at the opportune price at the opportune time. So don't let that be you.
That be you. Absolutely. All right. That's it for us today. Sorry to find the browser so I can end the show. All right.
Hey, dude, it is what it is, man.
Have a great day. We'll see you folks in a few minutes. Take care.